In this video, we're going to discuss the top 10 things not to fix prior to selling your home. When you're getting ready to sell your home, there's a lot of things you want to do, but you also want to make sure you're going to get a return in your investment. And please stay towards the end of the video so that you can see a special bonus tip. Number 1, kitchen and bath repair. You don't want to spend a lot of money, especially major changes in your bathroom and your kitchens that can cost a lot of money. You'll never get the return on your investment. Maybe update the faucets, keep it clean and tidy. You might want to put in new lighting, different light fixtures. Things aren't that expensive and they do add a lot to the look. But basically clean and tidy. Try not to have a bunch of stuff on the counters, especially some of your specialty equipment and espresso machines, things like that. And that's really all you need to do. People have their own tastes, and again, you will not get the return on investment for how expensive it is to do a major renovation in your kitchen and bath. Number 2, swimming pools. It's very expensive to put a swimming pool in, especially an in-ground pool. And the thing is if you want it for your own enjoyment, that's fine. But if you're going to sell your home in a couple of years, the return on investment may not be there. There's many people don't want a swimming pool. Many people might kind of like a swimming pool, but they don't want to do the maintenance. So it actually could reduce the value in your home depending on who you're talking about. And if it's an above ground pool, just consider the fact that it can be a little bit pricey to remove all of that as well. So again, no swimming pool. Number 3, major structural repairs. If you decide to put a large addition onto your home, especially like onto your bedroom or things like that, the expense is very high and you will not get the return on investment for that either. People have their own tastes, different things they want to do. So unless you need it for your own enjoyment and you're going to be in your home for quite a while and you need that space or you need that upgrading, it's not worth the investment. Number 4, flooring. Don't upgrade your flooring. It's expensive and it's another thing that you more than likely will not get a return on your investment. If your carpet's in rough shape, if the floor's in rough shape, you could offer an allowance that comes back to them at closing. Say, here's $5,000 towards a carpet update or flooring repair. If you update the flooring yourself, in addition to being expensive, it may not be to their taste. You put in wall-to-wall carpet, they may hate carpet. You put in vinyl flooring, they may not like that. So, and then wood flooring is very expensive as well. So the best thing to do is get it as clean as possible, and if it's in rough shape or tattered and you know that it needs to be replaced, it's way better to offer an allowance for what you think, for instance, carpet repair might be. That way they can choose their own color and their own flooring type. Number 5, HVAC, your air conditioning and your furnace. It's very expensive, especially if you decide to go with something high-end, to put in a new furnace, put in a new air conditioning system. It's way better to have it inspected and certified so that they know it was recently checked out and it's in all good working order. That's much better because if you put in a high-end or even a brand new expensive furnace, you will not get the return on your investment. If you can make your existing furnace and your existing air conditioner in good working order, and again, if you can have a certification that it was recently inspected and it's in good working order, that's the best thing to do, again, considering your return on investment. Number 6, the roof. You might think, well, I should put on a new roof and people would love that. Well, that's true, but a new roof is very expensive. And again, it's better for a roof. You won't get the return on your investment. It's better to maybe have it inspected if you think there's anything a little bit goofy or odd with it. And you could come right out in front and say, okay, the roof has this many years of life on it. And again, it comes down to taste. The buyers, they might want a metal roof. They might be okay with a shingle roof, but they want to go with a certain style or color. And again, it's very expensive and you won't get the return on your investment. Let's just make sure your roof is halfway decent shape. Maybe you could have it inspected and suggest the length of time left on the roof, and maybe you could let them know, hey, here's certification that says it's good for another 5 years. Number 7. 7. Windows. Do not replace all your windows. It's a very expensive item to replace, and the best thing to do is just make sure they're in good working order, make sure they're clean. If you have some where they're kind of fogged up, you know, they get kind of foggy and the seal is gone on them, many times you can repair that with a pane of glass. Most home buyers are not going to scrutinize the type of window that you have or if it's a high-end brand, things like that. So again, you will not get your money back as a return on investment with the windows. Number 8, the doors. Most home buyers don't necessarily know or care about the type of door, and especially if you put expensive doors on, you won't get the money back as well in the value of your home. If your doors are in a little bit rough shape or they need sprucing up, painting them is the best way to go. I wouldn't update the hardware or anything like that because again, there's no sense, you won't get your money back, and it also might not be to the taste of the home buyer. Number 9, landscaping. Landscaping is a very personal taste. Some people like completely different types of landscaping, and it's very expensive to do. As far as the landscaping goes, clean, simple, tidy is the best way to go. Don't put a bunch of expensive work into your landscaping because again, you won't get your money back in the value of the home, and people might have a complete different taste. And now, number 10, trendy updates. You might think it's cool to have that pink accent wall or some other fancy new thing that's trending in designs to do with blinds. Could be something trendy or different for lighting. And just by saying the word trendy, that means it's a trend now, but it may not be a trend down the road, and it also may not be something that a buyer likes. And so because you're not going to get your money back into value, it's just not worth doing anything trendy or anything that's popular just right now. And now for the bonus tip, paint, paint, paint. Paint is the best way to get return on investment. Nice fresh coat of paint, especially also paying attention to the trim, even the ceilings, can really bring the value up on a home and the perceived value of the home, even though it doesn't cost a lot of money. The only thing I might do that would take a little bit of elbow grease is if you have some really old style coral colored bright blue wallpaper, things like that, or if the wallpaper is just getting old and dingy, it's mostly costing you just elbow grease. So I'd take that wallpaper down and just put in the paint. And again, when I say paint, keep it neutral. Beige, white, might seem boring to you, gray, but that's the safest thing to do because that way everybody has different tastes and they can easily picture themselves in the home a little bit easier. And if they want some kind of cool color paint, they can do it themselves. Thanks for watching the video, and if you stuck it out to the end, I really appreciate it. I'm a realtor in the Greater Lansing area. I'm Eric Root from Oasis Realty, and I work from Greater Lansing all the way up to Houghton Lake. All my contact information is below. I'd love to help you and discuss many other things you might be concerned with, anything to do with buying and selling your home.